Thanks for coming in. Well, it's WrestleMania season, I'm all fired up. You need to calm down before you mess yourself. Sorry. The big question we keep getting though is what are we gonna do for the Undertaker this year? I'm glad you asked. I was talking to the boss and, well, he's decided to call in a favor for WrestleMania. A favor? Who's he bringing in? Shane Big Mac. Shane Mac is his nickname. Ah, so it's a mac and cheese thing. Okay, so Shane versus Undertaker, WrestleMania. Shane's been gone for like several years. Have you had any thoughts of how you want this thing to come together? Well, the boss wants the authority involved for sure in this. Okay, so what if we have Stephanie receive an award from Vince on Raw, and then boom, Shane shows up for the first time. Now you got the juices flowing. I'll talk to the boss today about some of the plans and the ideas that we have for this. We could get this thing rolling. Awesome, can't wait. Calm down, weirdo. So I wrote how we could get Shane coming back, and he's getting motivated because he wants to be able to help bring some new life to Raw, and he wants to essentially become the general manager of Monday Night Raw. But I don't really know how we're gonna get to The Undertaker. Well, I was speaking with the boss, and it seems like best idea is we're gonna do a little bit of a blackmail angle to get it going. You want Shane to blackmail Vince? So we'll have it so that, you know, Shane wants to run the Raw, and we'll just combine it with the blackmail thing. That seems pretty thin motivation. Well, we feel it's as good as it gets at this point. Well, we already have Stephanie planned to accept this award for Vince on Raw. Are we gonna have like Triple H involved? Like the Authority are the ones that are running the show week to week, right? On TV. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we need to. Okay, so I guess we could have like The Undertaker be kind of a proxy for Vince? Bingo! The boss can't wrestle. I mean, he's far too muscular and jacked at this point to get into the ring and wrestle. I mean, those were his words. What's the reason? I mean, he wrote it on a sticky note for me yesterday. Okay, so you want Taker to do the dirty work for Vince in this scenario. That doesn't sound like Undertaker's character. He's a zombie and the boss is the higher power. It all makes perfect sense to me. Look, I'll go talk to the boss this afternoon, see if we can clear up this promo before Raw. Well, good luck. One piece of advice I'll give you. Don't sneeze in front of him. So we only have a couple hours until Monday Night Raw. What's the plan here for this Shane mac and cheese segment? So the boss wants it to be inside Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania, which is really cool. But he's talking for the storyline aspect to have it so that if Shane wins, he gets control of Raw. If Undertaker wins, then Shane doesn't get it, and he wants Undertaker to go over. Seems airtight to me, let's go! Well, hang on, we got a whole problem here with this blackmail angle. Oh right, I forgot about that. The boss wants to be in some sort of lockbox, like Shane has this big secret that he knows about Vince himself, and that he's gonna reveal it. What's inside this lockbox? He didn't say. I asked him about it and he just kind of grumbled at me and then I think he said just figure it out. Oh, well then it can't be too important. Just throw it in there and then we'll figure it out later and move on from it. But isn't that the whole motivation here, is that Shane has some dirt on Vince inside this lockbox, whatever it contains? That's the whole reason we're doing this? I think you're overthinking this. I think you're underthinking this. Look, dum-dum, we only have a slim 15 to 35 minutes to nail this segment. Finish it up, get it done, and then circle back with me for the next segment. So I think this storyline is fantastic. Well, I think the brawl worked out on Raw. That wasn't too bad, but we've also had a segment where Vince and Shane were in the ring and Vince like dropped an F-bomb saying that he's gonna get a beating at WrestleMania. Hardcore. We had to cut like all of that out and we've had to like fix up these segments in post because we can't have that airing on TV. It's way too far. What can I say? The boss is a wild stallion. We can't control him. Look, we're getting really close to WrestleMania. We haven't figured out what is in this lockbox. Like, we haven't mentioned it once. Also, Stephanie and Triple H are not really involved in this as much as I think we should have them, since they're the authorities, and Shane's whole point here is that he wants to get rid of the Authority and take over Raw and make it better? Nah, I think people will probably just forget about that part. Tell me about this cell from hell. What color is it going to be? The Hell in a Cell? It's like the regular steel gray. Why? Blast! I was hoping it would be like a pink or like a really bright red. We'll circle back to that another time. Look, Shane is looking to do a big spot at WrestleMania, and there's talks of him jumping off of the Hell in a Cell. I smell a WrestleMania moment. Is that safe? Probably not. Also, Shane wants to have like a really long competitive match against the Undertaker. I'm not sure that's really believable with these two characters. Well, it's a cell in a hell thing, so just put a lot of shenanigans, a lot of weapons and toys and tools around, and then it'll be fine. That'll fill it out. Okay, well, I still am not clear how we're gonna write this with Taker. This doesn't seem like something his character would just go along with working for Vince. Look, little boy, we are way too far along in this road trip to be able to turn around and go back home. Get it done. I will see you after WrestleMania and we'll recap and review your performance. So I think that turned out great. My God, that was so long. We should have made this thing at least 10 minutes shorter. Are you kidding me? It was fine. Look, there were weapons, tables. Shane got to do the punching things that he likes to do. You even brought in the lockbox. Well done. That was just a toolbox he used as a weapon in the match. Great callback. Well, we're finally done with this. Taker won, which is good for Undertaker as a face. Vince won, though, which is bad because Vince is evil, heel. And Shane, we just write him off now for several months? Well, actually, I just found out that the boss wants to keep him around on TV for the foreseeable future. Isn't that fantastic? We just wrote this entire storyline that if Shane lost, he doesn't control Raw, and now you want to have him on TV every week? Actually, he wants to let him run Raw for a few weeks. What the hell? That breaks the whole logic of everything we did. Probably. But it's happening tonight. So just write something so we have Shane come out and say a bunch of thank yous, and then the boss just grants his wish. He's not a genie. That's the thinnest logic ever. The boss wants to prove a point, I guess. So tell me, what was the point of doing this entire stipulation if Vince was just gonna have Shane run Raw anyways? Okay, so we're just gonna ignore everything I wrote, not to mention the fact that we never even explained what was going on with the lockbox. Kind of. But get ready for this, it's a doozy. We're actually planning to have him run SmackDown Live this summer. What the f***?